Hi, my name is Amy Frazier, and I'm one of the librarians here at Davis Family Library at Middlebury College. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about library search. So library search is probably the most important tool for starting your research here in the library, and we usually refer to it as being something sort of like Google, but for the library, and that it's very good at keyword searching, and it searches most everything that the library has or has access to. So every book and every journal, all of the databases, all streaming videos, all DVDs, etc. If it's in our collection, for the most part, you'll be able to search it through LibrarySearch. And that makes it great because it's a simple place to start searching everything all at once. And it can also be a little bit complicated because it searches literally everything all at once. So in this video, we're just going to look at the basic geography of library search, the most fundamental tools, and then tell you how you can get a little more help with library search if you need it, okay? All right, let's have a look. So here we are at the library homepage, and if we scroll down just a little bit, we'll find our master search box, and this always defaults to library search. So anytime you come to this webpage, this box will always be ready to start searching. Let's do a quick keyword search. So here we have an initial list of results. Now you'll notice that LibrarySearch has highlighted our search term in each of these results so that we can get a sense of why they were chosen for the results list. Also note up at the top that we have a number of simple, easily accessible ways to filter. We have online full text to make sure if you're only interested in things that you have immediate access to, peer-reviewed if you're specifically looking for peer-reviewed scholarly articles. We have a filter by publication date, so if you just want to look within a certain time period, you can select easily for that. And we also have a filter for source type, so if you're looking for just books or just scholarly journals or just newspapers, you can easily filter for that as well. So let's say for this search, I'm interested in the artist, but I'm only interested in scholarly articles and only in things that I can access immediately. So I can come to my source type filter, and I can say, please only show me academic journals, and click apply. And then I can also select online full text to make sure I have immediate access. So you'll notice that while my search term is still highlighted, the content of these articles has changed somewhat. It's now looking much more STEM and science related to me. So if I'm interested in the artist specifically, I can also add another search term to help my results reflect the topic I'm interested in. So let's come up here and let's add her last name as well as a search. And now you can see that while I'm still getting peer-reviewed articles that are immediately available to me, they are now mostly about the artist. So through the use of search terms and filters, I've now managed to create a results list that pretty closely reflects the subject I'm interested in. And when I find an article that I'm interested in reading, the Access Now button will give me access to the full text of the article. Just like that. Okay, let's try another search. Another thing I might want to do is look for books that'll give me a broad overview of a topic. So again, once I have an initial list of results, I can come up to source type and I can say, just show me books now. So books will generally have a little bit of information about which library the book is in, the call number to where to find it, and then if I go to the access button here, it'll take me out to the record in MidCat or the Middlebury catalog. I can also view the details of a title. And so, for example, I notice here that this book was published in 1976. That's quite a while ago. And so what I may want to do is come up to all time and say, you know what, actually I'm only interested in titles that were published in the last 5 years. And so I'll get a smaller list of results, but they'll be much more relevant and recent. I also have access to a broader selection of filters under all filters. So you can see I still have online full text, titles just at my library, peer-reviewed titles, date range. I can also filter by subject area or by language. And so I can use these filters to narrow my results to match the titles that I actually want to find. Through LibrarySearch, you also have access to citations of other books that may not be in our collections, but that we can easily get for you if you would still like to see them. When I find a title that is not in our collections, when I come to Access Now, it'll give me a link to request the item through Interlibrary Loan. And it'll bring me right to a pre-filled form to make my request, so it's nice and simple, and I can just come down and hit Submit Request and then get an email when my item arrives. So in order to make it easy to get further help with LibrarySearch, or really any aspect of your research, we've added a link to contact a librarian right here in LibrarySearch. When you click this, it will take you to the Ask Us page, which you can also get to at go/askus, in which you can easily chat with a librarian or send us an email or schedule an appointment to talk with one of us. And Middlebury librarians are always happy to help with any aspect of research, so please don't ever hesitate to get in touch. Okay? Okay. See you later.